Hello Libra, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Libra for the week of June 20th. Now Libra, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now, I do not offer personal readings and I will not send you a message on any platform. So do not get scammed. Let's go ahead and get one more shuffle here for you, Libra. I think that's just about good enough to me. I am using the Tarot Muka deck as well as the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below if you'd like to purchase them for yourself. I also ask that you hit the like button and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow in a big way. All right. Make sure everything's in view here. We'll get right into it. So I'll put this up here. I'll also take 3 of these Angels and Ancestors Oracle decks, Oracle cards. Okay. So, Libra, definitely like to see what's coming in here for you at this time. Looks like some of you here are extremely focused on your financial situation. I think some of you are probably extremely focused on your material situation, your sort of footing in the material realm, in the material world. I do feel like some of you are feeling a little bit energized and ready to, put something out there potentially. Put something out into the world. There is potentially a partnership. This could be work related if love is not on the table for you. But it really depends. It really depends. It depends on what situation you find yourself in. So let's go ahead and just dive right in here. So in the overall situation, you do have this 9 of Pentacles. Always a welcome sign to see the 9 of Pentacles in a tarot reading. 9 of Pentacles really represents financial independence. If you take a look at what's going on here in the card, there are pentacles kind of growing out of the earth and also grapes growing on the vine. This indicates that this person has grown something that not only sustains them currently with the, obviously fruit and food provides sustainability and provides life, right? But also these pentacles here presumably is sort of something that will kind of grow over time for this person and will continue to kind of grow for them. Sorry about the beeping, if you can hear the beeping. My apologies for that. But, the Pentacles here, it also is like, for me, whenever I see the 9 of Pentacles with this kind of imagery of growth on the card, it always suggests to me of something that's maybe passive, like passive income, passive dividends, something like that you may have spent a whole lot of time growing and putting together. So the 9 of Pentacles is really a nice card. It's also just like sort of contentment in one's life. And this person, they have pretty much everything that they could need. They have their animal friend, they have nice clothing, they have this business, this vehicle here that grows them pentacles or generates them money over time, food, so forth and so on. So it's a really nice energy. In the past, this is well deserved because you have the Ace of Pentacles and you also have the Queen of Cups. So the Ace of Pentacles is the seed that is planted that then allows these pentacles on the 9 of Pentacles to grow. So this Ace of Pentacles is major seed energy. It's the initial sort of situation that you plant, and you know that as soon as you start on something, which the Ace of Pentacles represents you starting on something, you know that eventually down the road that this will turn into something big. So it's a new beginning in your financial situation. It can represent you signing off on contracts, documents, getting started. It can represent gifts of cash depending on the reading. As you can see, the hand is sort of offering a pentacle out. But I think that this is probably something related to work that you've done. I think that this is not necessarily a gift. I think that this is more about you working hard. The Queen of Cups is really a card that can indicate you taking care of yourself. This is kind of more about self-love and self-care when you get the Queen of Cups. It's also like somebody who's potentially a trusted friend or ally, a trusted partner as well. Some of you may be deciding to partner up with somebody in business or in finance, something along those lines. This could certainly be the case for some of you with this Queen of Cups energy, because we also have the Two of Cups in the future. Queen of Cups is also one of the most intuitive cards to find in the tarot behind the High Priestess. And so what may also be resonating for some of you Librans is you had this intuition about this new start here, okay? You intuitively knew that if you just took the first step, that this ace would eventually grow into the 9, and eventually the 9 will grow into the 10. And it's like, I'm getting this big energy here in the past of you having started something important. In the future, you have the Two of Cups and the King of Wands. So the Two of Cups is really a card of partnership, okay? This is my favorite romance card in the tarot. It's like two souls linking up in this lifetime. There is a sort of past life connection associated with the Two of Cups. And as you can see, there's this like energy between the two above them. And, you know, this can sort of bring about a deep partnership or an important relationship into your life. Remember, relationships don't always have to be romantic. Relationships can be platonic. Relationships can be business or family related. And so, like I said here, this is maybe about your connection to a colleague. This is maybe about your connection to a business partner. Of course, it could be love, but I definitely want some more clarifications on that, because you have the Nine of Pentacles, which is more about independence than it is partnership in love. And the King of Wands is somebody who is potentially married or tied to their work. Okay, the King of Wands falls in love with their inspirations. The King of Wands falls in love with their work. And so it's probably less around romance, and it's probably more about something business related. You could even just have this idea and you're like, okay, I'm gonna go into a partnership here with myself, and I'm gonna show up for myself here and start something, say, okay, I'm gonna commit to this every single day. I'm gonna commit to this task each and every day, and I'm not gonna stop until I get to the 10 of Pentacles, for example, right? That could also be, you might be entering into a partnership with yourself. King of Wands is also just somebody who is like really entrepreneurial, or somebody who really, if they do work for an employer or work for somebody, it's because they enjoy doing that. And so, yeah, it's like following your passion and following your heart in that area. So I definitely love to see that here. Let's go ahead and get some more details. Okay, so you have the Three of Cups, you have the Four of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Wands, and you have the Five of Wands. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there is definitely major business and enterprise energy here, okay? Wands is the suit of business, enterprise, work, and you have a whole lot of wands, you have a whole lot of pentacles. Pentacles is the material realm. Of course, for many people, they derive their income from work. Obviously, there are other ways like investing, but yeah, for many people, that is the way. And so I think that this is heavy here on your mind. I think this is heavy in your kind of week that we're looking at, and maybe even as we go forward as well. So in the past, you have this Three of Cups and the Four of Pentacles sort of coming together here. Three of Cups is about joy, celebration, happiness, good times with others. It can involve group situations or other people. And, you know, this is about really a good time. And I feel like some of you have had a whole lot of fun in this new start. Like, I feel like this seed that you planted was not only something that you were invigorated by, but I also think that some of you have had a whole lot of fun in cultivating this new beginning. You have this Four of Pentacles, and the thing is, the Four of Pentacles is about potentially, in this case, financial stability. It can be about the fear of loss, as you can see that this person's holding on to all Four Pentacles very tightly. But I don't know if loss is even really showing up here. I think that this is probably about whatever move you've taken in the past has been maybe centered around your security for the future. That could certainly be the case. And then you have this double wands energy here in the future with the Knight of Wands and the Five of Wands. Knight of Wands can represent an important event in your work life or your career life, moving in very quickly, something moving in, something moving out. I think it's probably something moving in. The Knight of Wands can also say that there is a literal move to a new location, like you getting up and moving to a new state, moving to a new city, moving across the country. It can say that you're ready to change zip code. It's like a big energy in that. We'll have to see. I'm not getting a whole lot of other like physical movement here. More about you making strides and making moves in again this situation that you've planted here in the past. And then you have the Five of Wands, which is about a conflict potentially approaching as it's coming up in the future. It could also just be around competition. It's interesting that you have this paired with partnerships and then also this energy of your social circle or other people involved here with the Three of Cups. I wonder if there is something around competition that is maybe on your mind here in the future. Let's just dive into this a little bit more. Let's take a look at these 3 oracle cards. Okay, so you have Summer, bask in joy and light. You have Great Teacher, learn from spiritual experiences, and then you have Shaman, trust in higher forces. Okay, so you are being led here. Okay, you are being led here by something bigger than you, is what I feel like saying. Whatever it is that you are starting, or you have started, sorry, it's like this has felt bigger than you can imagine, or this has felt bigger than you. And that's what I see here with this Great Teacher and this Shaman energy here. And it's like sometimes you don't have all of the answers right away. Sometimes the answers take some time to unfold. And so this summer seems like it could be pretty important for you, Libra, especially in work. And so, but remember, sometimes you just have to put your trust that you are sort of being guided. And sometimes, like I said, the answers are not always just thrown right in front of you on the table. Sometimes they take some time to unfold. I wonder if some of you are also engaged in a mentorship with somebody here with the Two of Cups energy as well in that Great Teacher. Let's go ahead and move up the pyramid. So you have the Queen of Swords, you have the Ten of Wands, and you have the Hanged Man. Okay, so it is interesting. So we now see a sort of burden coming in here, and this is the burden of attachment. Okay, this is the burden of attachment. And the reason being is the Ten of Wands is this person here, as you can see, they're carrying these wands and they're kind of like, you can't tell in this photo or in the illustration, but they're kind of struggling. And the Ten of Wands does suggest a bit of a struggle. However, each one of these wands also represents knowledge earned or experience gained along the way. And so the Ten of Wands does suggest that you know what you're talking about, you know what you're doing. Okay, you have learned something important because the 10 is a completion. Any 10 in the tarot represents a completion of some cycle or something big. And so we're looking at a burden here, and you have this with the Hanging Man. So the Hanging Man is, as you can see here, hanging on to this post. Okay, you can see that they're hanging on to this post here. And yes, they are gaining enlightenment and they are sort of contemplating the universe, they're kind of contemplating their situation, but they're not acting, okay? And they're not acting. Now, so this represents an attachment because right now they are attached to where they currently are. They are not moving forward, they are attached to this post, they are attached to where they currently are. Okay, now, take a look here. You have the Queen of Swords with it as well. So the Queen of Swords, what they do is they take this sword and they cut through attachments. Okay, they cut through whatever is no longer serving them. They cut through whatever is no longer working. And so what you're being asked to do here is move into your Queen of Swords energy. Again, it doesn't matter what gender you are, you can take on any of these cards. So you're looking to move into your Queen of Swords energy, and also in the future here, your King of Wands energy, which is about like this inspiration that you're feeling. But the Queen of, you can't get in this reading, you can't get to the King of Wands energy without using the Queen of Swords sword to cut through the attachment. Okay, as soon as you let go of something, as soon as you let go of the burden of attachment, you'll get to this inspiration energy is what's coming forward here. And I think some of you are attached to needing to have all of the answers right away. Remember, sometimes the answers take time to unfold. You have this Five of Swords, and then you have the Ace of Cups. So the Five of Swords is some type of loss potentially in your life, but this is you being fearful of losing. As you see this Four of Pentacles here, they're holding on to their pentacles so tightly that it's like, yeah, they have four pentacles, but it's like they can't really enjoy them because they're afraid of even losing one pentacle. And so it's the fear of loss. And then you have this Five of Swords as well, which is a potential loss. Now, this is showing up in the past. The thing is, this is really asking you to cut through this fear of loss, okay? And recognize that sometimes, particularly if you're looking to start a business or you're looking to go in a new direction, sometimes you have to give something up to get something else. You have the Ace of Cups here as well, which is another beginning that's happening here for you with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, and then the King of Wands as well in the future. So it's like you have a happy new beginning coming in here for you, but you have to allow it to come in. Okay, you have to allow it to happen when it happens. At the top of the pyramid, you have a third ace in this reading, which is incredible. The Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is victory, it's divine insight, and it's a breath of fresh air. It's a breakthrough in your life. So you are absolutely, this is absolutely coming. Okay, whatever this is that you've been planting for a while, whatever like new invigoration for life that you're looking to kind of bring about is coming, but it's going to happen in divine timing. And that's the very, very important thing that I want to leave you with here. At the bottom of the deck, yeah, you have the Wheel of Fortune. The wheel of your destiny has spun, and it has spun in your direction, and there's absolutely a change coming. Okay, there's absolutely change on the horizon. Your luck and your favorability will increase, but you have to allow it to happen when it happens. So this is incredible. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next reading.